morning, everybody, and welcome to another assembly here on a little murky Thursday afternoon. We're just going to close our doors. Hope you're all well. Now, in Peterson, we've got a really nice little initiative going at the moment about growing sunflowers. So lovely Ellie has left packets of sunflower seeds all around the village, and we're being encouraged to pick them up and plant them and grow them. And then we'll have a lovely display of sunflowers all around the village. But I must admit, I'm not particularly green-fingered. So I'm not sure that my attempt to grow a sunflower would be particularly good. But I thought one thing I can grow quite well is grass. So why not? Let's try and make a little grass seedy head thing. So I don't know if you've ever seen these before. So this will take a little bit of time to come to its end. Getty's going to just grab me the cup that's on the top there with the blue rim around it. Now, what you need to do, first of all, go raid your mum with your dad sock drawer and find an old pair of tights. So maybe ones which have got a little bit of holes in it. Morning, Jan. And with her permission, grab an old bit of tight. Can be one. All you need is one, and you just need to cut it with some scissors. I got some scissors helpers. My scissors are just in that drawer there. That drawer there where you are, Holly. That drawer there. So what you want to do is cut through around about. I think around about here. So a sort of ankle length. So if you've got little ankle length pop socks, they will work as well. Oh, I haven't got, these aren't very sharp scissors. Let's see, I need some better scissors, don't I, for my crafting. Okay, we might try the hairdressing scissors, which are in there, where you are there. Right, okay. Let's get better scissors. Yeah, in that drawer there. Right. Yep, pull me that thing out. There we go. Right, okay, we've got our sock. Okay, now the first thing you have to do, now you may not have some of this, is just find the little toe and then a little bit of grass seed. Now you might have to kind of dig around the garden shed for this. You might be able to pick some up if you're doing a little bit of shopping at the garden centre. But here we go. So a little bit of grass seed. I've just taken about a handful there and I've put it in the end. So it's in that little toe bit. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, so that is my grass seed. And then what I want to do is take some cotton wool and I'm going to, have I got my spray bottle? No, that's my spray bottle. Okay, so a nice big clump of cotton wool. Let's just move this so you can see a bit more and dig. And shove it, keep it balancing. So you've got your grass seed at the bottom. Just keep shoving the cotton wool in on top of that grass seed, and you'll get a nice kind of round shape. It might need a little bit of shoving around a little bit. Get it all the way into the end there. I think a little bit more, I think, we'll just put in there. And the next thing I do is grab my elastic bands, which I've got just here. Okay, keep kind of squishing it so you can get it as sort of round and sort of face-shaped as you can. I think that's probably looking quite good. So what I'm going to do is just with the end of it there, tie a knot so it doesn't all fall out. Tie my knot. Oh. Okay. And then later on, I'll just trim that bit. Okay, so then I want to kind of make a few face features. So I think let's try and get some ears. Now, what you're going to do is just try and find one of your little balls of cotton wool and just sort of pull it out to the side, around about where you would find your ears. Yeah, I think around about there. Grab a rubber band. Okay, I'm going to use these ones. Give it just a little twist, and then you can fasten that with your elastic band. And then do the same the other side. There we go. It's going to look like a bit of an old man grassy head. Okay, and then we probably want to do one maybe for the nose as well. So let's just twist that one as well and put one in the front for the nose. And then we'll make some eyes. Now, I've got some googly eyes. Here we are. But of course, you can just choose, cut out something from your, just cut out a bit of white paper in a little circle and draw a smiley, draw a pupil on it. Oh, my baby was seized up. Dear, they don't do this on, this doesn't happen on Blue Peter, does it? A little bit more slick than this is, okay. Right, so googly eye one. That one's quite sticky. Right, so, oh, he's a little off center. Put in there. Okay, so there is my face. And I just need, I think, something for the mouth. Now I'm going to just grab a bit of a pipe cleaner there, I think. Cut that. Bit more glue along there. And there it is. Is he going to be a happy one or a grumpy one? I think we'll give him a smiley face, I think. Yeah, why not? Lovely. Okay, so now the key thing, get yourself like a cup or something to balance it in. It could be a jar. I'm going to go with, oh, now this cup's actually a bit too big for me. So I'll go with this one, I think. Something, you'll have to have a little play around to see what works for your shape. I think I'm going to need something even smaller than that to balance that in. But when you do, the key thing is then you've got to water it each day. And what do you think is going to happen? Well, hopefully by about this time next week, you'll see that it will start to. So I'm just going to give mine a little water now. Oh, yeah. Of course, it's going over my grass seed. You're going to have to just kind of push it in to get it to go in there. There we go. Soak it in, give it a little tap and it'll go in. Now that grass seed will start to slowly, with that water, put it by a window, get a bit of sunlight, and you'll find that you'll start to grow some lovely hair for your grass head. So nice little easy little quick craft to do there with a little bit of seed. And it made me think about, oh, we've lost his smile. It made me think about a parable. That's a story that Jesus told in the Bible about seed and a sower who was sowing seed. And he talked about where this seed would land. Now I've got my little garden here. I'm going to see if we can show this to you. Right. So we said there was this sower who had his seed. I've got my seed. And he would scatter his seed. And as he threw it, some of it would land on the path. Can we see that? There we go. Ooh. Some of it would land on the path. Some of it would land on the thorny ground, and some of it would land on rocky ground, and some of it would land on good soil. Now, let me see that. I can't actually tell if you can see that. Let's put that on a bigger screen. Okay. Can you see? There we go. Right, okay. So the seed that landed on the path, he said the birds just swooped down straight away and took it away. And the seed that landed on this thorny soil, well, it started to grow, but then these thorns choked it and it didn't survive. And then some landed on the rocky soil and it started to sprout quite quickly, but it couldn't get down into make deep roots. And so when the sun came up, it just withered away. But then this soil, the seed that landed on this good soil, well, it grew and it grew, got lots of harvest from that, lots of corn and things coming off that one. And so he said, this is like people who hear about God, about Jesus. So maybe a little bit like you're hearing in these assemblies. And then some people, it's like they hear it, but it immediately gets taken away, like the bird's taken away. It's kind of like in one ear and out the other. It just doesn't have any effect on them. Some people might hear about God, and they are interested and they grow a little bit in their faith, but then other things get in the way, maybe like money or their interest, and their time gets diverted to other places and they lose their focus. And that's when they kind of their faith gets choked out by the other things going on in their life. And some people will hear things, but it's a bit like on this rocky ground. They just don't get very deep roots. And so when troubles come their way, or trials or tribulations, they just can't stand strong in their faith, and they wither away in their faith as well. But then some people do hear about God, and it sinks in deeply, and they grow in their faith. And they inspire other people with that faith because it goes on and produces more and more fruit. So something to think about this morning, that parable of the sower. Which sort of soil do you think you are? If you turned off already, perhaps you're the path, the seed that falls on the path. But it'd be great if you felt like you were good soil that wanted to find out more about God and listen and really grow in your faith. So everybody, hope you get a chance to make those grass heads. We'll check in with ours next week and see how he's got on. And tomorrow I won't be doing assembly because we've got a bank holiday. But I will post a video for you at 9:30 so you can see that. So I will see you again on Monday. So stay safe, everybody, and I will see you soon.